In the digital age, romantics everywhere have struggled to find love, and now the threat of contagious disease has amplified their isolation. Physical romantic interactions pose contamination risks. Luckily we have a solution. Using state-of-the-art matchmaking technology, we are able to connect daters from the safety of their own home. Keep your love life alive, and date on Quarantine Valentine.
Hi, my name is Bethany. I'm 27 years old, and if you date me, you look 100 times better in comparison. Besides that, I am into anime, video games, horror, and I'm fairly witty, so thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Ben, and I'm 26 this year. I like to go on Quarantine Valentine because I like to meet someone cool and just have a friendly conversation, you know, if we vibe, and we'll see where that takes us. Yeah, please leave a vote. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Tyler. I'm 26 years old, and what I'm looking for in a partner is someone who's willing to communicate, someone who's not self-centered, someone who's independent, adventurous, and passionate about something. Other than that, it's all just icing on the cake. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Have a great day.
Oh, didn't see you there. Hello, my name is Andrey, and I'm 28 years old, and even though English is not my first language, love definitely is.
Oh my gosh! Wow! Hello, Bethany. It's good to see you.
Hi.
Hi. Wonderful of you to come meet me in this amazing. I don't know. What's your favorite place? Restaurant? Beach?
I have no idea, actually. Cons? Have you ever been to an anime convention?
Oh, you beautiful human. No, I have not. That's one of my greatest desires actually right now is to go to like a Comic-Con or even what's it called? Pack? Is that a thing? Right? Pack 12? No, that's different.
Probably. There's a lot of them.
Like the video game convention. You know what I'm talking about?
I could probably Google some. I'm actually trying to expand. I'm pretty sure my nephew would enjoy that too. I'd like taking him with me too.
That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, that's one of the things that, you know, back in the past, like I used to be huge into games. I'm finding that way back now. But there's these conventions that keep happening. I'm in Seattle, by the way. Convention that keeps happening, Comic-Con, right? And then I think it's called PAC, like video game convention. I think it's big. I don't know. Like tickets sell out a year in advance, but I don't know what it's called. And a lot of my friends would go, and I don't. So I really want to do that. I noticed you're a gamer as well with your headset, and I mean, I think the pink hair kind of gives it away too, but I love that. I love the pink hair. I love the headset. I love the snake bites.
Thank you. Yes. Is that better? No problem.
So when you do go to Comic-Con, do you get dressed up as something in particular, or what's your favorite?
I try to cosplay, honestly, but mostly I end up looking like a furry because that's the last minute I go to.
Nice. What kind of animal do you go towards?
I have a Cheshire Fox. You know, it's the blue gray one. The ears, tails, and recently got the arms and leg pieces. Not like full sets, but like very minimum partial. Oh look, they have ears, tails, and weird arm and legs.
Oh, do you make it yourself? Do you sew it or you buy it?
No, I bought it from Paw-Star. I'm trying to make stuff, so.
It's a lot of work. Believe me, it's a lot of work. That's really cool. What's your favorite video game right now?
currently I've been playing Monster Hunter Generations on the Switch a whole lot more lately. I have it I have World for the PS4 and the computer, and I'm just sitting here like I should play that. I haven't gotten through the tutorial of either of those.
I hear that. I just got back on my Xbox, my 360. I haven't had anything new in a long time.
Oh, nice.
And, yeah, and they're giving away what was it, Fable? I don't know if you've ever played Fable.
I've seen it played.
Yeah, I loved it back in the day, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so good. And I sit down and I fire it up, and I'm starting to play it, and man, the tutorial itself is like, it's like a day long, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Can I just go out there and just start slaying monsters, maybe grow some horns or something? And so I'm like, either my attention is much shorter when it comes to video games, or at least that, or I just I don't know, grew past it. I am enjoying myself in Call of Duty, though. I tell you that. I couldn't. I'm sure you're aware of the new Call of Duty that's out on the computer, and I tried very hard.
Who pays on a first date?
Oh, who pays on the first date? Should go ahead and answer, Bethany, if you'd like to.
Oh, I was going to say we could either split it or one of us could pay. I don't really mind either way. What about yourself?
I feel the same way. I usually just pay for the date regardless, whether it's a friend date or a date or just, if I meet a new individual, I like to, present love to them in any shape, way, or form. And, if that's money, sure, let's share, take any obstacle out of the way,
I gotcha.
Yeah. What have you been on any dates recently that you'll like?
No dates recently, and not really many that I actually like, so that's all right though.
Hey, I hear you. I hear you. Sometimes it's really difficult to find something, just a real connection. That's why I haven't found anything myself. Just go out there and live in the world.
I gotcha.
Yeah. What do you find attractive, or who do you find attractive to your life? Physically, emotionally, spiritually?
Physically it varies actually, but people say I have a type, and I'm just sitting here like, shut up, leave me alone. But honestly, I just like somebody that communicates well and is very open with talking, doesn't mind video games of either of us playing together or playing separately, just having a mutual connection with different things, especially like if you like anime or anything.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite anime?
I honestly don't have a favorite. It's kind of been JoJo lately just because it was on Netflix, and I was like, oh, look, English, I could do something while I'm trying to watch it at the same time because I, multitask like hell.
What do you do?
What about yourself? I multitask like cleaning the house, trying to draw, or play video games. So.
Ooh, drawing. I'd like to get into that. I'm also a drawer.
Oh.
But yeah, dude, I'm an artist all the way through.
Did you do the background?
I did the background. My microphone, if you can see here, splattered
it's beautiful.
on it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I try to just wear everything on my sleeve. Once somebody told me, wear your heart on your sleeve, and then I took it to just the extreme, and I just literally, like, I have a whole outfit just like this, and I walk around the outside world, and people look at me, some of them are like, what is wrong with this guy? And other people are like, hey, this dude, let's go talk to him. Just, it makes life a little bit more interesting,
Totally understand.
Yeah.
What's your love language?
What? Ooh. If you'd like to go first, you can. I'm always
Go
there.
ahead,
If not, yeah, go. Okay, love language. So I think specifically, the biggest thing that I extract love from is physical touch, honestly. And it's something that I actually learned to put aside for a while and try to expand on other love languages, just conversating, giving gifts, all these things. So personally, I like physical touch and what's the other one? Not favors, but just quality time and physical touch. How about yourself?
Definitely the quality time, words of affirmation, and the touch, definitely.
Mm-hmm. It's some of the best ones. I mean, I'm sure they're all great. I try to I try to find any love language that I can and just kind of just throw that in everybody's direction. Be like, all right, however you find it, I'm gonna give it to you. It doesn't matter. And if you reciprocate, cool. I found that if you create that love, I mean, you hold on to it regardless of if somebody else gives it back to you or not. What made you become an artist or a drawer or
Honestly, I really liked anime as a child. I was watching Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Rurouni Kenshin. I was trying to get into Yu Yu Hakusho and everything, whatever they had that I could watch on Cartoon Network,
Oh yeah,
because that
the
was the only
Cartoon
channel
Network.
I watched for like years of my life. And then I'm like, oh, look, there's Disney Channel. Oh, look, there's Fox that has some anime in the morning. Okay, maybe not that.
That's awesome. I same way. Sailor Moon. I think that was my first animes I watched. I was growing up in Russia, and I mean they played it somewhere, and I was like, oh my gosh. I think it was just my first experience. And when I came to America, my God, yeah, Cartoon Network was, I mean, a boy's wet dream. Let me tell you that. It was amazing. I watched cartoons all day, every day. I'd go to school, finish whatever I needed to finish, go home. Cartoon Network. Yes, please. Yu Yu
Oh yeah.
Hakusho, Shay. I love that show.
Oh, Rurouni Kenshin.
I've never
If you
actually
ever.
never seen that one. Never seen that one.
Oh, I have all 3 seasons. I need to get the other, ones that there are. Like, I think it's Samurai X, and another one that he has a son with this other person. I was telling my nephew about it, and I'm just sitting here like, I was watching you as a baby, and I've watched all of this, and now you're watching it at 14. I'm just like, I'm so happy.
What's important to you?
What are some things that are important to us in our lives? Would you like to take this? Would you like me to take this?
You can go ahead.
Some things that are important to me in my life. Expression is number one. I mean, and I'm sure you can connect as well. I mean, music, art, drawing, any way to express the inner state of my heart, of my I don't know, individualism. It's a must. I can no longer silence myself in any way, and I just have to get it out. So that's the most important one for me, is just expression and clear communication between yourself and other people around you. How about you, Bethany? I'm interested.
I definitely agree about the creativity and the communication. I have mentioned my nephew. I do apologize if that bothers you or anything, but it's just my little buddy and everything. It's like, I'm going to corrupt you. We're going to watch anime. We're going to play video games. We're going to do all this. And he's just like, okay. I'm like, thank you.
How old is he?
He's 14 now.
I have a little sister. She's 12. And yeah, same thing. I'm just like, all right, how can I get you to see the good stuff? Because, their taste, it's, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm trying to mold some good stuff that's still relatable to her and her age. And I tried with Avatar the Airbender, and she dug it for a good, I don't know, maybe for a month, and then moved on. And then I tried with Pokemon, and she's like, I was like, excuse you? This is Pokemon. So she didn't fall for it. But I'm trying to just kind of share some of my childhood with her and have her connect. Like even some of the cartoons, Dexter's Laboratory, or what was it, Johnny Test, just random things. I'm already just throwing stuff out on the wall now, hoping it sticks.
Oh yeah.
At least she likes music.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of Pokemon, I still love playing and everything. And I had been trying to get my nephew into it whenever he was like 6 or 7. And I was like, hey, I could put it on your phone and everything. Because I'm sitting here like, why did my sister get him a phone? At least I can put video games on it. And he just looked at me. He's like, no, I know what's on there and everything. I'm just looking at him like, how do you know? He's like, my friend broke it and entered onto the ROM of it and everything, and then showed me everything. I'm sitting here like, I love you, but what the hell does he do that for? And how can he teach me?
That's funny.
I know. I'm just like, please, I still have them. We can totally hack them right now with the computer.
Well, it's true. The computer is a magical device.
Oh yeah, and he was like 6 doing this. I'm like, really? How are you doing this? I love you. Just teach me.
What issues have you had in past relationships?
What issues did we have in past relationships? Bethany, you always have the choice to go first if you like.
Okay, I'll go first. I've had them lie and cheat on me, so that's why I'm just kind of sitting here like, just be open. I'm polyamorous and everything, so we can actually communicate. If you want to see someone, I wouldn't care.
Ah, that's beautiful. Yeah, again, clear communication. I respect that so much. And it sounds like you have spent some time, getting to know yourself, and to say, hey, here are my boundaries. We can work around these boundaries and just have a happy relationship. I'm with you 100%. Personally, in the past, I had manipulation issues. I had not clear communication, like maybe you're the person who cheated on you, and I would project, my understanding of who I wanted on the person in front of me and not see them for who they were, which, was very painful for me and them, because, neither of you see each other. So in the past, it's been a lot of just, I guess, exploration of who I was, what I wanted, what I thought society wanted from me, and what I thought, just uncovering who I was. And now I'm just, in the place where, hey, if there's chemistry, great, let's talk about it. Let's see what we want from each other. My biggest thing is that, again, I'm seen, you're seen, we're both heard. We can be ourselves, follow our dreams, and if at any point, at any moment, any reason that we get in each other's way and we can't figure that out, then it's still just let each other go with love in your heart regardless. I'm all about freedom and all about, just love without any strings attached. And if that lasts a lifetime, you found yourself something magical, But I'm sure we had interesting stories. I wanted to know a little bit something. I forgot what I was going to ask. Oh yeah, can you tell me more about your family?
I've raised my nephew since I was 13. He's now 14, as I mentioned. My niece, I was taking care of her at the same time when she was 5 to, well, she's 18, 19 now, I think. That one I can't remember too well. 19, yeah, 19.
Okay. Time.
I do take care of my mother. She's disabled, so I live with them right now and everything. I'm helping her clean up the house, and I drive her everywhere because I'm just sitting here just looking at her. I'm like, please don't drive. I love you, but please don't drive.
I hear that 100%. And thank you. That's. It takes a really big heart to do that. It's your parents, sure, and a lot of people would think, oh, you have to take care of your parents, but that's not prevalent anymore. And to have a child, a daughter, just say, hey, yeah, I get it. I'll take care of the family. It takes a big heart. So I just want to commend you and thank you for doing that.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, what about yourself?
I have a family. Like I said, I mentioned, I moved here from Russia in 2002 with my immediate family, my mom, my dad, my brother, and everybody else is in Russia, my cousins, my grandparents, all of that. And I miss them dearly, and I don't talk to them as much, but that communication's kind of starting to come back since technology's kind of evolving a little bit. So, send a voice message, send a video message, and it makes it easier that way. So we don't have to catch each other in the middle of the night so we can talk. But yeah, here I have my dad, my mom, and now my little sister who's 12, which was gifted to us from my stepdad, who is now dead. And then my dad kind of came back into the picture. It's a convoluted picture. It's the moving pieces all over the place.
I can understand.
Yeah, but right now, we're living together. It's like a family commune. We have a little bit of land, so we're farming a little bit. Getting some food in, working together on businesses. I have my own business. My brother has his own business. My mom has her own business.
Oh, nice.
And just kind of helping each other out. We like doing stuff, we like creating things. I'm like crazy, and then my brother's over there doing like granite countertops, and my mom is a good mixture of both. She's custom manufacturer, so she'll make, like, we have like a 15-foot panther in the yard just standing there, right? We've made some big characters, like a football dude, 15 or 10 feet in height, just big all muscles, ball, just random stuff, but yeah, we have fun, and we just try to keep the family together. But every family has problems, and especially during this quarantine, it's a lot has surfaced, but we're just trying to get forward and be more unified one way or another,
Oh, yeah.
Compliment each other in multiple ways.
Compliment each other. Bethany, I think you are the most beautiful person. I've only known you for like literally 10 minutes. I love your choice of hair, like having pink hair. I wish I could do that. I don't know if I'm scared or if, I don't know, I'm waiting on something, but pink hair is so beautiful and so expressive. And all of your piercings.
I have more.
I appreciate it. You have more? Oh,
Yes.
you saved that
14
for
in
later,
total.
you dirty girl.
I
This is
really
a
love your hair
PG-13
too.
show. Just kidding. Thank you.
I didn't say where they were. They could be on my ears.
Oh, I can insinuate what you're saying. See, you. Yeah, I thank you so much.
No
Would you
problem.
believe it that I had my hair down to here, like I don't know, 2 years ago? I walked around, I was
Nice.
like, yeah. So that's the goal, I think, is to grow it out again, as long as yours, and then bleach it.
Mhm.
Side tangent. I just watched The Witcher on Netflix. Oh my God, what a great show!
I'm rewatching it again. Oh my gosh.
God.
And I'm a hairstylist. I could help you with all that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I saw it and I was like, this gray hair look is so freaking amazing. And up until this point, I've been I was like, yeah, don't touch anything, be all natural, all that stuff. Like, I want to maintain, like, stay healthy. But at the same time, I got to express myself, baby. So I was like, all right, let's bleach this. And then let's do something. I don't know what, but let's do something. So that's just, yeah, side tangent. I'm getting there. And if you're a hair person, I'll call you. It might be a long drive to, what'd you say, Virginia?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I remember things. Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. I want to know everything about you. How old are you, real quick?
I'm 27. How about you?
Hey, 28. Oh,
Oh, cool.
high five. Let's see. I like to get deep, honestly. But what is your? Let's just go with something. I don't know. What do you look forward to on a day-to-day basis besides your family? Because I know it's easy to say.
Well, I own two birds, so I love being able to see them and being able to take care of one of them is actually a rescue. So it's nice seeing him still here and he's just, hey, I'm annoyed at you. You haven't given me my food yet. So where is it? Just like, you're a jerk. But it's fun watching movies with them and everything. So I enjoy seeing their reactions and, just being able to help my parents and be able to try to draw and everything. I was actually doing it last night because I couldn't sleep. I'm just like, all right, fine, let's try this.
What do you like to draw? What kind of topic or kind of style?
I try to do anime. I'm trying to venture into furry and other things like that. It's because I'm sitting here like, hey, look, Mom, remember how I was telling you I wanted to be an artist as a kid? If I kept with it, I would have made more than a doctor by now if I went into this field.
It's true. It is true. Honestly, being an artist is one of the hardest fields you could possibly be in because, like, personally, I was on the track to be a doctor and finished all the undergraduate stuff and was going to go to med school. And, like, if I did, great. 10 years down the line, it's a very cut and dry process. Just go and do this, go and do that, go to the next step. And yeah, it's hard work. Don't get me wrong. But, like, putting that behind and becoming an artist and trying to mold this, holy moly, this is stupid. There's no answers. Even if there are answers, they don't apply to you, basically, because you have to figure out what works, what doesn't, personally. And like 5 years later, I feel like, I know I've grown, in talents and in expression and in just in the community, but man, I still feel just as inadequate as I did day one. I'm just like, look at this, which is fine. I appreciate and I love myself for where I am, but man, this sucks.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Actually, funny thing that you said you were looking to be a doctor. I was trying to go to college and be a mortician.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was the end goal instead of the hair thing, because I was looking at it, I was like, if you're doing mortician work, you only get $70,000 a year here. If you do mortician work and hair work, you get $90,000. Hey, Mom, I'm going to hair school first.
Yeah.
Her jaw just dropped. I'm just sitting here like, here's my plan. And then she looked at me, she's, okay, maybe I'll allow it. I'm like, oh, okay, you do realize I'm an adult. We were just driving here. I just need you to help sign a loan for me.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you do anything crazy? Oh, go
Describe some spicy fantasies you have.
ahead. Ooh. Oh. Spicy fantasies. Would you like to take this, Bethany? Would you like me to take
You
this?
can go.
Spicy fantasies. Oh man. All right, let's get into this. The spiciest fantasy I have is, oh man, honestly, I don't go there that often. My spiciest fantasy is to find the woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with, honestly, because that's the spiciest thing. If I'm to jump back into the past when I was, maybe a womanizer, maybe just a guy who just who wanted sex and he got it. I experienced a lot of things. I've had threesomes and I've had, well, a foursome too once, and I've had ladies and it was always for the love of it. I wanted to find that individual, but it was always ended up being something superficial. So I've had fun physically speaking. I've had fun relationally speaking. I've done stupid things outside of that too. So my greatest fantasy now, the most fiery thing is like find somebody who I can look and see as who they are, without my bullshit, without their bullshit, and just start to build, I don't know, like a legacy almost, have a home. If a family is in order, great, we'll have a family. Start maybe even combining talents, my art, their art, and or just something in a way to create a world that we want to be a part of, create a world that we want to live in and be proud of. That's my fierest fantasy right there. How about you, Bethany? And if you get sexual, please do. I'm fine with that as well.
Definitely finding a partner and being able to settle down is a goal I have, and definitely has been fantasy lately because, going in this quarantine is just going nuts. I'm like, oh my gosh, please, somebody talk to me. And I'm tired of being single. The last date I had was at Endgames, when it finally came out. So you see how long I've been single just from that last date.
Hey, I haven't gone on a date in a long time. I haven't even looked at a woman in a romantic way in a long time too. Like I've been celibate for almost 6-7 years because it hasn't been a priority whatsoever. Because like, why waste your time when you know what you want, you know what you're worth? You're not gonna go and just take table scraps from dogs, So that's why I said, like, in the beginning, my priorities were completely different, and it showed. And now I know what I want, and I'm just like, I go and explore. Again, I give love freely. I want to make sure that there's no obstacles, and if there's that thing that comes in and there's a special spark or whatever it is, then yeah, let's continue and figure out where that leads. Like I've gotten to a point where I don't even care about labels. I don't care about what you want. I don't care. Okay, maybe I do care what you want, but I don't care about just how you extract it. Like I don't even need to be the, like you said, like polyamory. I don't even need to be the only one you're getting this love from, as long as like I have this connection with you and I'm adding something to you. And then if you're not getting enough from me, go and get it for somebody else, because obviously like maybe I'm not enough, and that's fine, because we're not meant to be everything to everyone. We are what we are, and if you can appreciate that, great, awesome, thanks. And if it's not enough, be humble enough and be, I don't know, human enough to just say, yeah, you have other needs that I can't fulfill. Like, go have friends, go have, if you need other sexual partners, go have other sexual partners. Live your life to your best interest, to your best goals, and true love doesn't stand in the way of other person getting what they need. There's my dirty secrets for you guys. Just freaking love each other, huh? Yeah.
Are you looking to continue your celibacy?
Am I looking to continue my celibacy? So the celibacy is, what can I say? It's there. It's there because the individual that I would like to connect on a deeper level hasn't showed up. The celibacy is there now because, again, I'm not willing to go out and just do that. If somebody comes to me, or if there's a connection, I'm always open to move the intimacy forward and to see where it goes. And if sex is on the table, or if sex becomes a thing on the table, if both of us are feeling that way, there's nothing that's stopping me from breaking it. I don't have a spiritual vow. I don't have a religious vow. I don't have a vow that I'm holding myself onto. It's just hey, I don't need to intertwine myself with an individual who either wants to take something from me or doesn't see me for who I am. And I'm just gonna put this aside for somebody who I want to like spiritually grow deeper with, and sex is a powerful tool to do that. So I just have a greater appreciation for what sex actually is. And I'm not willing to engage in that process with anybody that doesn't see me for who I am. So yeah, I guess I don't have a desire to continue it, if that makes sense. Yeah. So since we're talking about sex, Bethany, how are you a very, very sexual being? Are you a freak?
Technically, I am a freak, but I am very reserved. I prefer to be in a relationship before, doing any of that. So it's just like, I'd rather be dating you instead, because then if I'm getting fucked over, at least I'm dating you.
It's true. I mean, it is true. It's like, there's songs, right? Lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. Like, I respect that a lot. It's like, why would you go out? I mean, if you want to. There's people who want to, and that's okay. Like, I appreciate them and respect them as well. That's their choice. But if you have something that you feel like is precious, or you have something that you want to go that's deeper than just a physical, like, get to know me, make me believe you actually give a shit about me, and then, dude, I will show you the world, right? Whatever that song is. Splendid something, I'm flying on a carpet, You know that song. I know you know.
Oh, yes. It was so good.
Did you dump?
Continue.
Ooh, ow. Thank you, Bethany. You're such a
No
beautiful
problem.
human. I appreciate you. Cool. I'd love to know more about just the person that you are, obviously. Fine.
What's the oldest and youngest age you would date?
Oldest and youngest age. Bethany, since you chose to stick with this, you answer this first.
I would prefer the youngest to be like around 21 and the oldest maybe somewhere in their 40s. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Personally, let's see. I would love. I don't know. Maybe there's just a romantic notion, just to find somebody that's almost like you, your age, just like almost a mirror of who you are in a sense. Because in the end of the day, we are mirrors to each other to grow and to be better and whatnot. Youngest I'd go, like even 21 might be too low. I was a teacher for like 4 years, and you can start to see like the mental gap that happens between just even a few years. So, but then again, there's also people who can mature faster. But I don't know, like I'm 28, maybe like 24 now. And oldest, if we're talking about something that's longevity, maybe 34. So maybe 24 to 34 is a good bound. I don't necessarily believe in age in that sense. Like, time has gone away from me, so it doesn't matter as long as that connection's there. But at the same time, I've had my experience with somebody that's 21, or when I was younger, who's younger than me, and my initial experiences were with people who were older than me. So when I was 18, I think I was with like a 32, 31-year-old woman, and then it's like I've played with the extremes, and I found that it's just better to stick around here. So maybe 24 to 34 is probably a fair answer for me. I hope you enjoy that. Every question is just a philosophical endeavor on my end.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, that's fun. But yeah, I was gonna ask you. So how did you become this person? Like, what were the things that kind of led you to to being like Comic-Con and a gamer, and you have all these awesome snake bites and maybe tattoos? Maybe you have tattoos too?
I have one so far.
Oh, me too. Right here. Music is life.
Nice.
Man
Mine's on the back of
transstand.
my neck.
Ah, yeah. I don't expect you to show. Just...
It's a little hard. But I just really liked the style of anime and everything. I was just like, oh, pretty, and I'm gonna draw that. I'm gonna make my own thing. And so I had practice for years and everything. And then I was just like, hey, I could also do like clay work. I could do other things like this. And right now, one of my endeavors is making a wig for my persona and everything, because I'm just sitting here like, I don't like my hair and everything, and it's hard to do the whole same color pattern. So I was like, let me match the colors, my tail and ears, and it's like, all right, now let's undo all this yarn and flat iron it and take forever. So it's like, I could also make money off of this. It's like, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna do all sorts of different things now.
Oh, that's beautiful. Do you do like character design, or do you do like comic books too, or anything like that?
I did comic books as a, teen, and I tried really hard. Like I got like several pages done and I had this whole story I was going to do, and then just school happened and I was like, all right, I can't do it right now.
It's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, so I have like 3 different stories I really want to write and everything, and then I have like other side stories I'm sitting here like, oh, this would be a good idea to continue sometime. Oh, here's another one I would like. I'm just sitting here like, please just go back to the main 3 and focus there.
Do you want kids? If so, is there a timeline?
Would you like to answer first?
I mean, I can. That's fine. Thank you for offering. Yes, I will answer first. Honestly, okay. Philosophy again. So short answer is yes, I would love to have some kids. Timeline, again, I don't believe in time, so when it comes, it comes. I've been a sperm donor for about a year before now. This is like last year or 2 years ago. So let's call it that I've quieted down that reproductive clock that we all have to just, to reproduce, and just said, hey, if I'm meant to reproduce, my sperm is out there and somebody will take it. So that just kind of relieves the pressure from me and maybe even a partner. And especially if maybe they don't want kids, that's fine too. That's their choice. If I have that connection with them, who cares, right? But yeah, for me, big yes on the kids, would love to reprocreate. And big no on the timeline. Time is irrelevant and is not even real. Ask physics. What about you, Bethany?
I kind of not want to, but if I meet the right person, maybe. So no real timeline there either.
Just take it as you go. Take it one day at a time, which is like the best thing that we can do, right? I mean, the past and the future are just mental concepts. And if we just show up today, right here, I mean, this is one of the greatest gifts we can give to ourselves and to others, and then just say, hey, all right, like, sure, I might have a concept of what might happen, but it's happening now. And what do I want now? How am I feeling now? Feeling are the greatest compass we have. What was I asking you? My gosh. Oh yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask you this. What's your scope of your like creative endeavors? Because it sounds like you have a lot. You're drawing, your hair. She's got a question.
Is there an ex you would consider getting back with?
Is there an ex? Bethany, do you have one?
No, not really. What about yourself?
Fair question. I definitely not. I do love every single woman that has been in my life, and I've learned deeply about their presence in my life. So I've extracted the knowledge that needed to be had about myself through their experience. So I love them dearly. Would I get back together with them? No, because I believe that whatever happens, and then you just move on forward. Keep moving forward. So my sights are locked ahead, and I keep on moving ahead, and whatever happens, I guess happens. So yeah. What are your scopes of creativity? Like I want to know that.
I started getting into clay work. I work with yarn wigs. I do hair, like I cut and color. I can do perms. I'm not super fond of doing perms. I prefer to do color. I draw, trying to draw different things. I write a whole lot.
Like poetry, novels, storyline, narratives?
Trying to do novels.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm also trying to get into crocheting and doing amigurumis, little doll figures and everything. They're round and they're so cute and everything. There's actually a group I'm in on Facebook that they're so cute. There's like even like little realistic looking ones. I'm like, okay, how do you do that? And where's the pattern? I need somebody to help teach me.
Oh, true. What's something that what are you most proud of?
Currently, my traditional drawings that I do, pen and paper and everything, I'm trying to do digital. It's not going so great, but trying to practice. That's a new item, so it's never going to be great in the first try.
Well, I mean, it's true, and I found it personally. Like with digital, it's more of a it's more of the interface that you have. Like if you have a good pen, if you have a good computer or whatever tablet you're drawing on, because once you get that, if you are good pen to paper, which I am assuming you are, then it just takes that reshifting of the mind of how you communicate with your medium. Keep at it, because I found
Oh yeah.
I used to not like digital as much, because I was like, yeah, it's like cheating, and I'm just like, I have all the colors I need, because God, you should see how many paints, how much like paint pens I have, how many like just utilities to draw I have, and it's always not enough. And then you go on the digital scale and you're like, ooh, I can pick this brush and I can do some pizzazz here, and it's, I don't know, it just makes it more convenient, I guess, but still kind of cheating in my book, not anybody else's, just me.
No, I understand. Like, well, what do you draw or do and everything? Not draw.
Well, I do draw a lot as well. So drawing wise, I have like a line that I focused on, and it was like, I think it's like 20 drawings, and it's titled Heavens in the Details, Heavens in the Details. And I use a little tiny 0.3 millimeter stipple pen, just a whole array of them, different colors. And I'm an abstract artist, so I just started making things, and it's, man, each drawing, and it wasn't like an 8x12, so it's not huge, but each drawing took me 200 to 300 hours to complete. Just sitting there and just patterns, almost like some Zentangle in there, some just, I don't even know how to explain it. It's freaking crazy, but it was awesome. And then painting wise, I do kind of like Jackson Pollock stuff, still paint, express yourself, like it's more of an expression of the soul rather than the end product. It's a journey. And then I take that and like I'll mirror it and I'll put it onto clothes, or like backdrops like you see behind me, or music. Oh, let me show you my guitar. I'm proud of my baby here. Check her out.
That is beautiful.
I love her so much. I love her so much. Yes.
What do you like most and least about your personality?
What do I like most and least about my personality? Bethany, would you like to take this?
You go ahead.
What do I like most and least? I like least about my personality. I love myself. I mean, there's nothing that I don't like. If there's something if I find something that I do not like about myself, I inspect it and I ask myself, do I actually feel this way, or did society make me want to feel this way? And I'll inspect that. If I get to a point that I understand that it's society that made me feel this way, then I say, oh well, fuck you. And if I find out that it is something that bothers me about myself, that maybe I haven't reached my full potential, then I just start, I don't know, doing stuff about it. It's like, all right, maybe I don't say I love my mom enough. That's not a good thing. So how can I start that? Oh, I wake up, give her a hug. Hey, maybe saying I love you is too much. And this was an actual thing in my family, because we're Russian and we never learned how to be affectionate toward each other. And I just started, all right, I hug my friends, I'm gonna hug my family. Freaking awkward for a long time, but now it's a normal thing. And now, and then just slowly push it forward. Now love is in the family. Now we all say we love each other. Beautiful, right? Identify it, take care of it. The greatest thing that I love about myself is the love that I have. Again, man, I'm just a horrible person when I answer these questions. Just, I've learned how to create love, and I hold that love within me at all times, no matter what happens. Like, I haven't felt other things. Nothing has taken over me in a long time, and I just stay on this platform of love, and I try to share that with as many people as possible. And I find that other people find that appreciative, and that makes me even more lovely. I was like, holy crap, these people are cool and I'm cool, and we're all just having this almost like a love orgy. Not sexual, obviously, but there's just beautifulness that's going around. I'm like, damn, that's so good. I have some friends that I've met are just the best. But yeah, I hope I answered that, Bethany.
I guess what I like about myself the most is that I am creative and willing to try different things and be persistent about it, and that I care very hard. And I guess the least thing I like about me is I care very hard. You can get really crushed by just some of the stupidest things and everything, and by the stupidest people that you think that, mean nothing to you. And it's all of a sudden, okay, that kind of did hurt. Why?
It's true. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. That's one of the most powerful things is, just expression, creativity. It's like, how can we find who we are? And I know that you found who you are. and just let it out. Like, there's no point in hiding it, because yeah, like you said, there's gonna be people who are not gonna like it. There's gonna be people who are gonna say you're dumb for doing it or whatever, right? And it's our job to be like, you have the right to believe that. You have the right to feel that way. Goodbye. I'm gonna keep being me over here. Then you don't deserve me. I'm gonna go over here. You know. So I respect that greatly about you. It's been a journey, I bet. Was there ever a time where you succumbed to the social pressure?
Not really. I guess it was more so taken away from me. I had like dated a guy in high school and found out who my friends were, like half the group I made.
Yeah, amen.
And I'm sitting here like, I was here for 2 years of your life. He came in at the 3rd year of it, and all of a sudden it's him. Like, why?
Mm-hmm. You know, those are all blessing in disguises, that's for sure. Just like,
yeah.
That's where I find my, I guess, solace. It's like, all right, well, you made your decision, and it's clear that you are not meant for me, and that's fine. I'm gonna go find the people who are meant for me. Yeah, I think, like, for me as well, like middle school, high school was a much tougher time, and you know, I allowed people, you know, to take advantage of me, to abuse me even, and you know, it was I think it was one of the darkest times of my life. It was middle school, high school, and but it taught me how to be a strong person. It taught me to be like a sovereign individual, you know, even though I had to go through like this whole roundabout way about becoming a douchebag and manipulative and all these things, until I got to a point where I was like, oh, I don't need to do any of that. I just need to be me and take care of me and then love me, and then none of that matters.
Oh yeah.
It's life is interesting, don't you think? Like,
Oh yes.
do you have any go ahead.
How do you flirt?
How do I flirt? How do you flirt, Bethany?
Very poorly.
That's such a great answer. Oh, it sounds like you're flirting with comedy right now. You're a funny person, Bethany. It's working. How do I flirt? I don't know. I just what is flirting? I just love people. I realize that all people want is love, you know, and previously in the past, and you know, what people do normally is they put a barrier between the love, you know. For example, you want to marry the man of your dreams? Get this eyeliner, buy it now. You know, this is being sold everywhere. It's like, you want this love? Buy this. And when I realized that, I was like, oh, people don't want nothing. Like, we're good with nothing. We just want that connection. We want that unity. I was like, all right, let's move the shit out of the way. Let me just start loving people. And honestly, sometimes it gets it's hard on my end, because some people aren't ready for that love, and they don't understand just what love is. So they'll automatically attach a romantic lens onto that love. It's like, oh, he must be flirting with me. He must be just, you know, he wants to live with me forever or whatever. And then I have to make sure that they understand that this is a platonic love, and then we can move it into a romantic love if the things are right. But you know, I'm just here to just love you. So maybe my flirting is the same as my everyday life of just like, hey, I think you're beautiful. I'm gonna keep looking at you like you're beautiful, and we're just gonna see if something happens here. If it does, great. If it doesn't, I'm gonna keep loving you. But sometimes I have to love you from a distance if you don't respect, like, you know, personal boundaries, which happens all the time too. So my flirting is just love. Oh, it's an interesting position.
Welcome to First Responders. We are live. First Responders.
We are live on First Responders.
This date is I don't know. I can't decipher it in a way.
I love Benjamin Rivera's comment where he was like, he was saying that he was excited about it, but also like skeptical about it. It seems a little too good to be true.
Yeah. This guy reminds me of a guy I knew who just gave off all this fake love, but then if you like said the wrong thing to him, he'd kind of flip out, and it just is like, and maybe it's wrong for me to just be because he reminds me of this guy, he must be like
Yeah,
this
that
too.
that feels
Yeah.
unfair. That feels unfair a little bit.
I
think
so.
we're underestimating this guy, personally.
Yeah. I think that he's a talker and she's a listener. And I think that, they oh God, ever since we had that episode where they said vibe so many times, I'm aware of how many times I say vibe. But I think that they vibed really well. And I think that, the anime community is a kind of a great equalizer where, if you bond on this thing, then it's kind of a safe space to open up about other things because it's everybody's kind of, into similar things. And I think that they got that out of the way really quickly, and it's been enjoyable to see where they
did
go
spend a
from
lot
there.
of time bonding over media, which made me a little nervous.
Yeah,
at
I don't
first.
like that.
X25, what do you think?
I think they were actually hitting it off very well, but you have to bear in mind the gentleman here has been celibate for about a good 6 to 7 years, so I feel like he's trying way too hard on her, and I feel like she should give him a bit more of a chance to keep talking. But the way I see the day going is not too bad.
You think he should neg her?
I don't think
No,
he
we
is
don't-
trying too hard. I think this is how he would be with literally everybody. Like, he says something at one point about, like...
Okay, in chat right now, this guy is genuinely positive, and we were jaded when it comes to people.
It's
I
very
agree.
possible.
Chat was very jaded today.
No DigiKiss, Quarantine Valentine fan
Yeah,
believes
I get
in love anymore because we've seen it fail so many
Exactly, just completely because of it. But I feel like this date is going terrific, and I hope they will meet up one day. But no, I think the chat for the past couple shows have been really jaded, and I suppose I cannot blame them.
Well, I
the
liked last week's, to be honest, but that's neither here nor there.
No, well, I've got no problem with last week's. Last week's was kick ass. I mean, there was no love.
They vibed.
Yeah, they vibed.
Vibing.
But even though we were all these here,
vibing.
them two weren't too bad.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's really nice and all that, and I don't think there's any question about that, but he definitely has been selling something for the past 6 or 7 years that nobody is buying.
No, someone's buying his
I
sperm.
don't know. I feel like it could go either way. He's so charming. Someone said he was very pickup artisty, but I think he just he's
I see
charming,
that too.
and he just is who he is. And I don't know if it's someone like not picking up what he's putting down, or if he's just genuinely not interested in not making a emotional connection.
Yeah. But do
Like,
you guys
he's not
think
gonna
that?
give
Do
it
you guys
out
think
for
that we
free.
need to break through this and make it a little spicier? Like, do you think that
Yeah,
will?
when we get back, you've got to ask. You got to ask the pegging question. I got to know.
Yeah, you got
BDSM,
requirement.
pegging,
Yeah.
orgies, sexual.
I guarantee
sexual
he
conquests.
skirts it. He. Do you think he
Nah, I don't think he
knows
will.
or doesn't know what pegging is?
I think he knows.
I
what
reckon he
pegging
knows.
is.
He'll say he
Well,
does.
he's
Oh
been
my
celibate.
I mean,
I
if it was
will-
playing this field about 6 years ago, yeah, I reckon he knows what pegging is.
My
Pegging's
favorite,
good.
my favorite DigiKissism is guys not knowing what pegging is, and the girl
Yeah.
having to explain
And you see
it
the
to
fear in
them.
their eyes. They're like, oh shit.
And they're like,
Yeah.
"Wait, what? But you don't have a dick. I have that. You don't have. Wait, what?"
But he needs something like that because else he'll just take over the whole conversation.
Yeah.
He needs something that forces her to say something.
Oh man. Well, let's get back to the date,
Yeah.
right?
Let's,
Jen? Yeah, let's get back to the date.
But so
All right.
so it's going to be the pegging question. Is that all right? All right,
Okay,
fine.
fine.
I'll get
Thanks,
back to the
guys.
date now. Yeah,
bring
thanks
more
everybody.
understanding and maybe a greater, I don't want to say ease, because ease is not what we want, but just a greater sense of just being seen. I think that's what we need. It's just seeing each other individually for the problems that we have, for the talents that we have, and utilize those, like what I'm good at and what you're good at might be two different things, but we come together and we can make one thing that much better because two different
Pegging?
individuals came to take care of that. Yes. Pegging? Is that like butt stuff? Explain. Wait, I mean, I don't know if you can. Do you know pegging? What's pegging, Bethany?
It's butt stuff.
Can you dive deeper? I'd love to make sure that I know what we're talking about.
So it could be a strap on the woman, and penetrating the male's anus.
Ooh,
So.
ooh! Don't make me blush here. Oh. So I don't know. Never tried it before. I know my booty hole has been eaten, and I enjoyed that. And the prostate is a very sexual organ. So I've had some fingers up my butt during climaxing, or just in the middle of foreplay, and that was awesome too. Like I'm all for experimentation in the bedroom. If I'm getting pegged, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Like again, if I meet the right person, whatever happens between us, that's gonna be awesome. I'm all for exploring the Kama Sutra. I'm all for just really diving deep into each other's desires, fantasies, whatever it may be. And I am confident in myself to just ride it out, whatever it may be. So right now it's like I don't know, sure, maybe, I don't know, who knows? But I'm not opposed to anything new. Sex is great.
Yeah.
Bethany, how about you? Would you like to peg a boy, a man, an individual?
It's a goal for one day, but it doesn't have to happen. And if it happens, great. If not, just
take it one day at a time. I hear that. I've tried anal, and man, guys are so about anal. I had tried anal a few times. I'm just like, I'm okay. It's okay. I'm not into this. Vaginas are perfect. They're amazing. Like, just give me more than that. Just put that everywhere. I'm gonna take that and just put it literally everywhere. And I like to lick a booty hole. I don't have a problem with that. I like licking things all over the place. I lick the whole thing. I don't give a shit. But yeah, like when it comes to anal, I don't know. Not a big fan, I guess. How about you? Do you like anal?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
It's fun, occasionally.
Numbers, nudes, or neither?
Bethany, me, which one?
I would definitely exchange numbers. We can probably lead up to nudes if we felt comfortable, I guess.
Beautiful answer. I feel the same way. Definitely numbers. We can connect, we grow deeper, explore each other's creativity, and if it leads to nudes, who are we to say no?
That's really awesome. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, Bethany. I really enjoyed that you came here and took the time to spend time with me and just conversate and share your mind. I think you have a beautiful mind, and like I said, I'd love to grow deeper. Do you use Marco Polo by any chance?
No. I could probably download it.
Yeah, it's like a video chat app because it just makes communicating so much easier. You send a video chat and then it just comes, and then you get to it when you get to it, and then we're all busy people, so it just makes it easier for people to communicate.
Please DigiKiss.
How does that work? Just kiss the camera? Sorry, I get slobbery. I'm sorry. I hope you're okay with that. Ugh.
It's okay. I'll clean it off later.
Hold on, let me just... Nothing. What are you talking about?